Buenos dias, aloha, namaste. Whew. I've got April 3rd of 2013 here today. It's a Wednesday. This is the weekly Pele report. It's an astrological forecast taking the pulse of the collective unconscious, looking at the starry realms and the planetary journeys as a reflection of what's going on in the deepest, darkest dungeons of our souls on a very collective level. I just wanted to mention a little bit about this conscious unconsciousness. It's really a powerful time now. Yeah, right? Again, man. Shit. This week, let's just look at the astrology of it. We'll get to the unconscious. Sun, Venus, Mars, all traveling together. We could say Venus and Mars are both in the underworld. You cannot see them. They're too close to the sun. So neither one of them are in the evening sky, the morning sky, in the east or in the west. No siree. They're in council now. Yes, they're birthing a new plan for the next unfolding of the masculine and the feminine. And it's in the sign of Aries, the warrior, the impulse, the animal. What's really been coming to me this week so powerfully, so strongly, is that we are spirit animals. Spirit animals. And it's really time to bring together the spirit with the animal, the light with the dark, the good with the bad, the pure with the earthly. We're coming out of this age of Pisces. We're coming into this place now of where we are the paradox. We are the union between the light and the dark. It's time for us now to be reaching into the deeper, darker elements and finding. It's like we are the bridge to end this space of separation, and that is by finding the light in the dark, by finding the dark in the light, by finding the positive in the negative, by finding the love in the pain, by finding the good in the suffering, and by finding also then, of course, the shadow cast by the light. We want to be merging and blending together these opposites in ourselves first, and that's going to be happening out in the world. What has been going on now, and it's a little bit passé, but, it's still effective. And that is this Sun, Venus, Mars has just passed over Uranus. And Uranus is this, it is the personal unconscious. And like, Ouspensky said when he was writing, about Gurdjieff, we use less than 10% of the mass of our brain is conscious. Our ego is less than 10% of our total soul spiritual consciousness. 90% of us is unconscious, and that is Uranus. Uranus, our personal unconscious, holds within it everything that we have. It's our own personal Akashic record. And this Sun, Venus, Mars has just gone over Uranus and gotten a whole new shot. What does the soul need to individualize? What does the soul need to really recognize its core self? And now it's time to bring that out. So it's this time of the unconscious bubbling up, emerging rapidly, spontaneously, impulsively into consciousness. It's like an eruption. And that's why so many things, it's feeling like everything is up in the air now. I'm thinking of the lottery where they've got this big glass thing full of ping pong balls and they turn on, the fan, and blah, 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 blah. Everything is going crazy. Everything's going wild. We are getting kicked, our unconscious, Uranus, is kicking us out of the safety zone, out of the comfort zone, out of security. It's it's almost like we're doing musical chairs. We've all been sitting down, and now the music starts. Boom! It's time for another round. You get up off the chair, somebody takes the chair away, and you are circling around, looking for the next chair, looking for your next hold, your next stronghold, your next point of security. But right now, you don't know when the music's going to stop. You have to keep moving. This is like what's going on now. And the analogy that I kind of got last night when I was trying to sleep was just the analogy of the merry-go-round. You know, and in the old days, they had the merry-go-round, and there was a brass ring. And you had to reach out. As the merry-go-round swung around, you had to reach out, and if you grabbed that brass ring, and you successfully grasped it, right? It's like, boom, you won the prize. And this is what we're being asked to do now. We're getting stretched. We're getting kicked out of our safety zone. We're getting kicked out of the past. We can no longer function like we used to. We have to reach. And that's what Aries is about. And this Venus-Mars Sun conjunction. It's time for us to reach, to grasp, hold, and to take. I mean, if we think of Venus in Aries, this is the warrior goddess. Yeah? And she says, I want you. Boom. Yeah? This is no passive feminine energy time. This is a time where both the masculine and the feminine are tapping into their desire bodies, into their anger if there's frustration at not getting what I want. That anger can motivate us to get up, get out, get going, break free. This is the time. In fact, we're starting a Break Free webinar series. It's a free webinar series, and at the end of this, I'll give you the website location. You can sign up for these Break Free stories that are going on with the Kaipacha Healing Festival. We're going to be interviewing different people that have broke free and are completely self-expressed. So, this is a time. The time is now for us to, like that merry-go-round is going around. You see that brass ring coming, and you just got to hope that your horse rises up and you grab that freaking ring. Yeah! Some are going to get it, some are going to miss. The nice thing is, the merry-go-round keeps going, and you get another chance. And it comes around again later on. So this is what's going on now. I'm talking about Saturn in Scorpio. I'm talking about Jupiter in Gemini. I'm talking about, the moon is moving through Capricorn now into Aquarius. This is an amazingly action-packed, beautiful weekend. The moon is going to be in Aquarius on Friday, sextiling the Sun, Venus, Mars conjunction. And then by Monday, it comes around into Aries, and we're going to have a new moon next Wednesday in Aries. Starting on Monday, we're going to have the moon, Sun, Venus, Mars, and Uranus all in Aries. And this is a time, like I said, of taking, reaching, asserting, going for it, reaching out. And you might get your hand slapped with that Saturn in Scorpio, but it's like we're being tested. We're being challenged. How bad do you want it? And when we talk about what we want, it's transformation and awakening. This is the Saturn in Scorpio. This is the Pluto in Capricorn. This is the Uranus in Aries. We want to rebirth ourselves. We want to transform ourselves into planetary collective conscious beings that are becoming more aware of the unity and interdependence of all life on a conscious level. This whole past patriarchy was become aware of yourself, and now we're done with that. We are self-aware. The ego is fully developed, and we move to the next stage of reintegrating our individual unique self with the bigger, broader collective. Instead of through blood and hereditary and family and nationality, now we're doing it consciously through conscious awareness of our unity and diversity. It's really super. So the mantra for this week, is that spirit mind forever knows more than I can ever hold. If there is a point to life on earth, it is that I learn to rebirth. This is a time of expansion. I think of it as a pregnancy. The pregnancy is a result of being penetrated. The feminine invites the masculine to enter, to penetrate, to give birth, to transform herself into something more. And the masculine has to penetrate, has to reach out, has to assert itself into the unknown, into the mystery of the feminine. And both are transformed as a result of that interpenetration that is, it's just like required now, that the woman reaches for the man and the man reaches for the woman. And this is like what Aries is about. It can be a pretty wild weekend, and it can be, Venus Mars is also kind of a love-hate kind of a thing. Venus rules Taurus, Mars rules Scorpio. They're opposite each other. They can either complement or oppose. So this is also a time when passions are going to rise up and there's going to be clarity. Yeah, we are compatible. Yes, our desires are, in alignment. We are like the snake, wrapped around the tree together, the Sushumna, or not, and it will go our separate ways. But this is certainly a time where, you bang together, and it either is like, yeah, this feels good, or you bang together and it's like, wow, this is never gonna work. Boom. One way or the other, Trust your instinct. This is Aries, the animal. Our body knows. There's wisdom in our body. There's wisdom in our instinct. Do it. Follow it. One more time. Spirit mind forever knows more than I can ever hold. If there's a point to life on earth, it's that I learn to rebirth. Nobody gets out of here the same as they came in. If you are alive on planet Earth right now, it's because you need to learn something. The universe is expanding. And it's expanding as our consciousness expands. And we're only going to expand as we reach out of our comfort zone. And then we rebirth ourselves into something bigger, newer, more aware, more awesome, more magnifico, more perfecto, as they say, pura vida in Costa Rica. So I leave you with that for today. Enjoy. Go for it. Learn through experimentation. Namaste. Aloha. So much love. So what do you think you're doing there, fella? Yes, sirree. How friendly.
Very friendly.
Nice big smile. Opens up his arms to come and see us. Hello. Just kind of waving.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh my goodness. Oh yes. Goodness me. A sloth. Not going too far too fast. Just kinda lazing around. Yes indeed.